art nerds. This is Travis Rice, your instructor for Art 111 and Art 122, Drawing 1, Drawing 2 at Phoenix College. And this is your official welcome to Drawing 1 and Drawing 2, the COVID edition. I wanted to quickly do a quick video on just going over some highlights on the syllabus to bring you up to speed, and then talk about materials you need to pick up for the class. And then you guys can email me about anything and everything in terms of questions, but hopefully we'll clear up a couple of quick things. First off, with the syllabus, this big dumb document here, read through the whole thing. I'm just going to hit on some highlights. This class is going to take place as a hybrid formatted class, meaning the majority of this class will take place online using Canvas. So you're going to have good internet connection and a computer that you can access Canvas and go into the modules and look at the assignments and follow along that way. We do have a couple meetings planned, but we're going to see how that goes based on how the virus is spiking and stuff, and whether those will happen or not, I'll let you know. But I have two officially scheduled where we'll do some in-class critiques and also hand out some materials. But just two are scheduled right now. The majority of this class will take place online. The way I've set up the class is the first 8 weeks will be real exercise driven for the Drawing 1 folks and also for the Drawing 2 folks. If you've had me in Drawing 2 before, I'm going to work with you independently and give you some assignments so you have a varied class as opposed to just going through what you did in Drawing 1 for me before. But if you haven't had me before, I'm going to have you go through what the Drawing 1 folks are doing, and you'll still have a lot of fun learning what they're doing and learning my approach to drawing. First 8 weeks will be exercise driven. The second 8 weeks will be drawings that are a little more idea driven, where you have a chance to bring yourself to the drawing a little bit more. But each week there will be a drawing due for the most part. As we get in the second part of the semester, we might have 2 weeks for some of the bigger drawings or bigger ideas that we're trying to achieve in the drawings. Now, for the most part, you'll go into Canvas every Monday. There'll be a video with a demonstration, and then there'll be an assignment for you to do, and it'll be due then that Sunday by midnight. So you got a lot of time to work on things and to do some great drawings as we move along. Hopefully that rhythm will just get into your head there. Monday, get into the module. Sunday, turn in the drawing. When you turn in your drawings, you're going to submit them through the assignments tab there. There's a submit button in the assignment. You just submit it as a JPEG or PDF format, photograph it outside with your phone or with a nice digital camera so you get good light. Just try to get it as square in there as possible. I'll tweak it before I put it on the discussion board for all your classmates to make fun of you and respond to your drawing, and that's kind of how we'll work. Take a photo, submit it, I'll put it on the discussion board, and we'll talk about them. Alright, one drawing per week, Monday, Sunday night, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Let's talk about materials. Read through the rest of the syllabus though, and if you have any questions on anything, just email me those. But I don't want to go through it point by point. It'll take forever, and it's boring stuff. Let's talk about materials. First thing, a little white background here. You can pick up on the materials list, just to show you what that looks like, is a newsprint pad. This is for quick sketches and studies. This paper is a little less permanent, right? It's real thin. It breaks down a little bit easier. Since we're hybrid, we're not in person, we're not going to use this nearly to the degree we would. We'd go through 2 of these in an in-person class, but one of these will get you going. It'll be great for studies and quick drawings. You'll also want to pick up a drawing pad. Looks a lot like this. The newsprint pad was from Canson, but Strathmore also makes newsprint. In terms of the brand, it doesn't matter. Whichever you have access to. This happens to be Strathmore drawing paper. This is 80-pound drawing paper that's a little bit thicker. You can get some that's tinted, you know, a little more of a manila color. It's up to you. This is just white drawing paper. The 80-pound is the thickness of the paper. Anything, you know, 70, 80-pound is good for our drawings. If you get below that, it's going to be the paper's going to be a little more flimsy. It's not going to be as permanent. So try to get drawing paper in that 80-pound to a 70-pound range or 90 pounds, something in that range. Canson, Strathmore will work. And that's your drawing paper, all right? You can also pick up, every artist has a sketchbook. I don't have exercises specific to the sketchbook. I do just a lot of studies in the sketchbook. That's kind of how I use my sketchbook. You see a lot of doodads and drawings in here. And I like a spiral bound 9x12. You can do Canson, Strathmore, whatever it is you want to pick up. I like spiral bound because then I can take this and I can turn it like that when I'm out in the field, and I can doodle and draw on the sketchbook that way. It makes it simpler out in the field to have a spiral bound sketchbook. So a 9x12 sketchbook, and you see mine, it's a lot of notes and stuff, a lot of doodles, just keeping track of what's going on in my mind. And then we'll have some assignments and thumbnails that you use for it, but as an art student, always good to have a sketchbook. Alright, graphite pencils. Simple as this. I think these are Faber-Castell. They usually come in a packet all ready for you, packaged and ready to go, even with, I think, a little sharpener and eraser with them. But we want a 2B, a 4B, and a 6B of drawing pencils. The 2B, 4B, and 6B talks about the softness or the hardness of the pencil, which also relates to whether or not that pencil is going to be lighter or darker. 6B is a softer pencil, so it's going to be much darker when you lay it down. 2B is a little bit of a harder pencil, so it's going to be a little bit lighter color or value of graphite when you lay it down. But compressed charcoal, you can get either a packet like this. These are Generals. That has a 2B, 4B, 6B, but they are sticks of charcoal. Like you see here, I think Blick also sells them like this. Compressed charcoal is a much denser charcoal. It's more immediate in terms of value, which is what we want to use. So either way, like this, you can get a couple packets of this, you get a big packet of this. We will use a lot of it, especially in the second part of this semester. Ink pens, we're just going to use to keep it simple, and you can use the brand you want to use, but Sharpie will work. This is an ultra-fine Sharpie here. It's got a much thinner nib on it, where this is the fine Sharpie. It's got a little bit of a thicker nib, so we can vary our line weight. These will work. If you have another brand of pen that you want to use, feel free to pick it up. Just get a range of line thicknesses to work with, nib thicknesses. Alright, charcoal pencils. Alright, again, we want to get a 2B, a 4B, and a 6B, and that relates to the darkness of that pencil or the softness. And a lot of times they come with a white charcoal pencil, which will also come in handy for different projects. So pick up some charcoal pencils, 2B, 4B, 6B. If it comes with a white one, that's great. If not, no problem. We won't use it right away. Kneaded Eraser. A lot of times they come in a packet. They're kind of gray like this. You know, they're a little bit bigger than this. But eventually you pull it out of there and you can roll it into different shapes and make it do what you want it to do. This thing erases things in a much more subtle way. We'll talk about that in the projects, but that's what a kneadable eraser looks like. Then you have the plastic eraser, just like this. It's usually white vinyl eraser. This pulls off a lot of material when you're erasing. And then I think we have an X-acto knife. This is what we use to sharpen our charcoal pencils, because you can't put these through a sharpener, otherwise they just keep breaking. So that's what I use an X-acto knife for. And then you may use it occasionally to cut down a piece of paper, something like that. Sharpener, just some kind of manual sharpener, or if you've got, since you're at home, you could do an electric sharpener. Some kind of a straight edge. I like to use these roller rulers. You can pick these up, do a whole series of parallel lines, run it around. This thing's great. And then finally, just some sort of an art bin to put your materials in. You're not going to have to lug all your stuff to class as much, but it's nice to keep them all in one thing, so that it becomes manual. You know, maybe you want to go outside and draw. I've had this piece of junk here since I was an undergrad student. It's just an art bin. Tackle box would work, jewelry box would work, anything like that, just to keep your supplies in. And that's, for the most part, the supplies you'll need. For the first week, it'd be great to pick up the compressed charcoal sticks. It'd be great to pick up maybe some charcoal pencils, graphite pencils for sure, and some ink pens. And then pick up the Strathmore drawing pad. The Strathmore drawing pad and a newsprint pad, something to draw on. Alright, for the first week, those will get you going right away. Places you can go to Blick Materials. They're on near the ASU campus on University and Rural Boulevard or Scottsdale Boulevard, whatever it turns into there. But that's near the ASU campus. Then there's Arizona Art Supplies, which is at 16th and Indian School. You can pick up supplies there. You could go to one of the Michaels. They usually have these general supplies there. You can pick them up there. There is on the list a few, you know, recommended materials: vine charcoal, graphite sticks, a compass, blending stumps, retractable erase. These won't be as important, but vine charcoal is essentially, as opposed to a stick of charcoal like this, vine charcoal is literally like they were like burnt charred sticks, and they have a larger range of value. They're much more softer and lighter. Graphite sticks are essentially compressed like charcoal sticks, but they're made of graphite. A simple compass, I've got a really simple one I found in some kids' craft area. Blending stumps, these are just different ways to, they come in different sizes, different ways to blend charcoal. They look like this. They're kind of, I don't know, rolled up cardboard or something. Retractable eraser. Don't pick up one of these. I'll have these for you. Hopefully I'll find a way to get them to you. If you have any questions about anything in the syllabus, about any of the materials, if you can't find something, please email me with any questions you have. Hopefully that covers the basics to get you going. I'm super excited to be a part of this. It's unfortunate we're all going to be online, not going to see me in person a whole lot. But do the best you can. Email me as much as you have to and ask as many questions as you have to, and we'll get through this together. I love having you aboard, and good luck. Take care.